welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe and I have recently been documenting my journey with personal finance, getting out of debt, getting a grip on my finances, and basically just being super transparent with you guys all along the journey. Today I'm going to be making a payday vlog, which is where I talk about how I move my money around after getting paid. Very exciting. We all love payday. But first, if you're new, please make sure that you are subscribed. I've got lots more personal finance content coming your way, and I've also got a lot already up on my channel. I will link some of them down below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It helps the algorithm and makes me happy. And I think that's all for introductions. Today's video should be short and sweet, and it's a payday vlog. So I was inspired by a post I saw on Instagram. I actually can't remember who posted it, but I will link below my favorite personal finance accounts because it was one of them. So there's credit. One thing that has helped me so much is switching the content that I've been consuming on Instagram and on YouTube away from, you know, designer, fashion bloggers, and girls who just shop 24/7 towards this personal finance little community. And my gosh, you guys, it's so helpful. I find I'm getting excited about investments the way I used to get excited about shopping. So maybe that's just quarantine. Maybe I'm almost 24 and I'm growing up and becoming less materialistic. Either way, we love to see it. So before you do anything, you know, make sure, I really recommend, change the content that you're consuming. It's gonna make such a big difference in your life. You'll see. My second best finance tip is to have an accountability partner. So get a friend or friends that you can talk about money with, that you can be super open and transparent with, have them hold you accountable for your savings goals, and also have them hold you accountable to stop spending so much. Today, I also filmed a how to save money video, or my best money saving tips, so that will be up soon. But today's video is about payday. So middle of the month payday, I get paid twice a month, at the beginning and in the middle. And the middle one's my favorite one because you don't have to pay rent. So I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about how I move my money around once I get paid. And it's cool because I used to just have to like immediately put everything onto my credit card and then like not have any money left until my next payday. And the next payday, a big portion of that pay goes to rent. So it was a pretty stressful circle I was living in, but I've managed to beat that vicious circle, which feels really great. And you know, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in this video of, you know, how I move my money around and how that ended up helping me beat that vicious circle. So first things first, I had to go to the bank because I had a few checks that I needed to deposit and also some cash. So I went to the bank and did that today. Headed out to the bank. I've got some checks, secret checks to deposit, and a bunch of change from an account that I closed. So grabbing my keys, gonna get my headphones. They're just finishing charging right now. I guess I need a mask because I have cracked change that I need to give to the teller. So yeah, just getting everything ready. In my bag, I have a little hand sanitizer, always important. Let's go. And now that I'm back, I'm ready to move a bunch of money around. So some of you guys, I got, I think, 2 people who saw my video and reached out to me and said, hey, here are my best finance tips. And I'm so grateful for you guys for doing that. And both of you guys said the same thing, that your number one tip, and a few of you commented this as well, the number one tip is to pay yourself first. So before you pay your credit card bill, before you pay anything else, you put money towards your savings. I think that is a phenomenal tip, phenomenal. However, I'm not quite there yet. So I personally like to just pay my credit card off right away because the interest rate is so high on your credit card. I don't want any money, you know, left over owing on that. I just don't see the point of having money in my savings account while interest is accumulating on my credit card bill. So for me, my first step is to pay off my credit cards. Please keep in mind, you guys, I am not a financial advisor or anything. I'm not even necessarily giving you advice technically. I'm really just trying to walk you through what I do and what's been working for me. And I think over time this will change. Maybe, you know, I will get to a point where I can confidently do the pay yourself first. But right now, as someone who's really new in my finance journey, this is what I'm doing. So I have 2 bank accounts and 2 credit cards. My one bank account is with like a traditional bank, and it's like where my paycheck goes in. It's where I have my line of credit from. And I also have a MasterCard from this bank. I have a cashback MasterCard because everywhere accepts MasterCard. And personally, I like cashback more than like travel points from the bank. And whatever, I just prefer it because I like money. And my other card is an American Express. There I can get shopping points or travel points. And I think I have the Cobalt card, it's called. It's pretty good for short haul flights. So fun fact, should I say this? I don't know if I should say this. I think it's funny, I'm gonna say it. I was seeing a guy from Toronto who had this credit card and he used it to get flights to come visit me. And he was like, you can use it to get flights to go visit me. So that's why I got the card, was to actually take short haul flights to Toronto, but it also works to go to New York. So I'm not seeing that guy anymore. So I'll be using this to fly to New York. So those are the 2 credit cards that I use. And my other bank account is with Wealthsimple. They're a more modern Canadian bank and I do my investing with them. Okay, so first things first, my MasterCard is always due at the middle of the month. So I've talked about this before in a video. I used to always just like pay whatever balance I saw on my credit card and like I never knew sort of where it came from. Now I pay statement by statement. So in the middle of the month, my statement becomes due. Right now on this MasterCard, I owe $345. So I just pay that off right away. Submit, confirm, and that way it's done. You don't even need to think about it. Now, my American Express is due later on in the month. I was told that you can move the payment date around, so I do need to call Amex and see if I could do that. Ideally, I just have them both due in the middle of the month so I can pay them off right away. But instead, in the meantime, what I do is I have another checking account that I have changed the label on my online banking to general savings. And what I'll do is I'll move a chunk of money into this account so I can't touch it. And then this account is what I use to pay off my credit card or my Amex once it's due. Okay, ouch. So my American Express is owing around $800. Pretty ouch. I have been shopping a bit more than usual, so I do need to rein it back. I find, can anyone relate? I find I have months where I like don't spend anything and then the next month I like go a bit overboard. And I got hit with some nasty charges. I had to pay duty for some for some clothes that I ordered, and the duty charges were half the price of the order, which was just like so annoying. But yeah, so I'm owing close to $800 on this card. So, you know, you can sit around and you can beat yourself up about it, or you can just move the money over straight away. So the mentality that I have with my online banking, I actually have a ton of bank accounts because for me, it's out of sight, out of mind. Whatever's in my checking account, I can spend, you know, cautiously, hopefully. And whatever's not in my checking account, I act like it's no longer my money. So once it goes into another account, it's not for me to spend on online shopping. It's not for me to spend on going out for dinner. It's really in an account for a specific purpose. So I have a few different accounts. I'll tell you what they are. So I have my checking account, which is like my day-to-day account. Then, like I said, I have the general savings account. Then I have an account for hydro and home. This is where I put some money towards rent. So this is what you could call like my mini emergency fund, or I also put it towards my hydro bill. That way when my hydro bill comes in, I'm not like, oh my God, I don't have any money. It's like I already have money put aside to pay off the hydro bill. So my goal right now for this, and actually let's talk about this because I mentioned emergency fund in another video. Personally, I don't see the value of having a huge emergency fund just sitting in a very low interest checking account. So I think what I would do and what I'm working towards is having 1, 2, or 3 months rent easily accessible in a checking account, and the rest I'm gonna invest in an easily liquidatable like ETF or index fund. So what that means is that I'm earning a little bit of interest, a little bit more than I'd be earning at the bank. I'm earning that interest on my emergency fund, so it's not just sitting there like doing nothing for me, but it's not somewhere like in a stock that's very volatile and not easy to withdraw. So that's what easily liquidatable, or like liquid, they call them liquid assets. So it's not when it's not liquid, it means it's harder to withdraw. So I'm keeping it somewhere where I can have it easily liquidated so I can pull it out when I need to. Hopefully I don't. But that's my mentality when it comes to an emergency fund. Let me know what you think. I might change my mind on that. That's really just where I am right now. Please keep in mind when you're watching this, everything I say is all just my learning. It's not gospel. And I'm gonna just be super open anytime I change my mind as I learn more. So that's the other account that I have, is this Hydro and Home. And then I have what I call long-term savings. So at the 6 month point of me working at my current job, I can open an RSP with them. And my long-term savings is an account that I'm currently putting money aside for to then transfer into that RSP. So my employer does RSP matching. For any Americans out there, that's your retirement account. And I'm going to put this money over there after the fact, and then I think later I'll use this account for like saving up for a trip or something. I'm not really sure yet. Who knows when we're going on any trips, right? So if you work somewhere that has retirement plan matching or, you know, tax-free savings matching, I urge you guys to get on it. It's literally free money. So I'm really excited to hit the 6 month point of my current job so that I can start investing in that. And my last account is my YouTube money. So any money that I make from YouTube, I keep in this account. I've started moving things into an investment, but as soon as I get money from YouTube, this is the way I see it. Money from YouTube, or any, you know, of the side jobs that I do from YouTube, whether it's a sponsored video, ad revenue, or my consulting services, it's not my money. It's not for me, it's for future Zoe. So I will put this either straight into savings. I will put it to invest into my YouTube channel. Like if I want to make a website, that's something that it's in the works, or I'm putting it towards my student loan. So I keep everything straight away. As soon as it comes in, I put it in this account and then I deal with it later. So those are all of my bank accounts. I also have a tax-free savings account with this bank, but I literally only do it so that I get my account fees waived because ain't nobody got time to pay account fees. And then I have a line of credit. So that's basically all of my accounts. So now that my credit cards are pretty much paid off, the next thing I want to contribute to is my Hydro and Home account. So I am almost at 1 month of rent in this account, and that will be a very big milestone for me because I used to always just pay my rent, you know, straight from my paychecks. But knowing that I have a whole month of rent saved up is actually pretty nice because, you know, it's just a little bit of a buffer should anything ever happen. Really hoping it doesn't, but it's just peace of mind. So I want to top off the balance to equal my total rent. So let me figure out what that will be. I need a calculator. Okay, so I'm gonna move from my checking into this Hydro and Home account, and then I will have, how much? And then I will have the exact amount of 1 month of rent put away in savings. Okay, so the next step is to contribute to that retirement account and then also to my student loan. So my student loan is actually my priority right now. It's just, you know, what keeps me from sleeping at night is knowing that I have this loan hanging over my head and I have been super aggressively paying it off. So the amount that I put in my retirement account right now largely just depends on how much I spend that month and how much money I have left over in all of these accounts. Now, I know that's not the best strategy, but it's what's currently working for me. And like I'm keeping on saying, I really hope that this will change over time. So I like to keep $300, give or take, in my checking account at all times. That's a number that makes me feel confident. I know that if worst came to worst from now until my next paycheck, I can live off of $300 in my checking account, no problem. So with that in mind, I keep $300 and then I think, okay, what balance is remaining in my checking account? What can I contribute now to my savings? So you guys know that I have a very aggressive goal of contributing $1,000 a month to my student loan. I hit it last month and I wasn't sure if I was gonna hit it this month, but if I use some of the money that I've made from YouTube this month, I will actually be able to accomplish my goal, which feels so amazing, you guys. Like, I'm so happy. So I'm gonna be taking some money from my YouTube account, which, like I said, that's what it's for, moving that into my checking, and then I'm gonna make my savings what? And then I'm gonna make my contribution from my Wealth Simple app. So let me move some money over. Perfect. Now, before I log out of online banking, the last thing would be to make my contribution to that retirement account. And I am going to do that. I'm just not quite going to say how much because I don't want anyone's opinion of like, you're contributing a lot. You're not contributing enough to your retirement. So I'm going to leave that amount a mystery. So let's grab my phone and now I'm going to make my Wealth Simple contribution. You guys, this makes me so happy. I can't even tell you. So like I said, I'm not, you know, a professional or whatever, but I really like the Wealth Simple app because it's easy to use. How many of you guys have been to the bank and the teller, or not the teller, but just like the financial advisor that's helping you is like kind of sleazy and is like, take the riskiest investment and like whatever. You don't have to deal with that with Wealth Simple, and I love that. So am I allowed to talk about this? I've made some pretty good returns off of the ETF I've invested in, which is just like a moderate risk ETF or index fund. I don't even actually know what it is. And of course it's in a TFSA. So I've made about a 1% return, which is really good. Obviously these things are never guaranteed. So do your own research before you actually go and invest. But I'm excited to make another contribution. So for those of you who might be like, why are you talking about investing? I thought you said it was your student loan. The Canadian government has actually put student loan interest accruals on hold right now, which means that me just putting my money into my student loan will pay down the principal, which is amazing. But I'm not like earning interest on this money over the summer, and I'm also not like accumulating interest. So it actually makes more sense that I invest this money right now. Even if I only make $5 off of my investment, that's an extra $5 that I can put onto the student loan right before the interest accruals open back up. And then I can just pay down a big chunk of principal in one shot, while also hopefully making a little more money thanks to the interest from this Wealth Simple account. So continue into my TFSA. Now from my IRA, from my checking account, continue, submit. Amazing! And it's so cute. It has like this raining cash thing, and like that's how I feel. Fantastic. So you guys, that's my payday vlog. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it interesting. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye. Do anything for the cash.